Jackson Radio Show.
I thought we should give a chance. We had to give an open mind to the new president, and I meant it. You know, I didn't want everybody who voted for me just immediately going into kind of a defensive crouch. Let's see, maybe there will be a pivot, a move away from the horrible rhetoric, the divisive, insulting rhetoric that had fueled his campaign from the very first day. Maybe because he'd never run for anything, he kind of was either convinced himself or had been convinced that this was how to, consolidate his position in the Republican Party, and that there were enough people that would be attracted by his kind of nativist, populist, nationalist, scapegoat rhetoric that, maybe that's what he felt he had to do to win. So let's give the guy a chance. Well, that did not last long. And it didn't last long because clearly, as Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Welcome back, everybody. I got to tell you, if you're like me, don't you just want to reach through the radio and just, like if you could get to Hillary, just put your fingers around her neck and say, shut up. My goodness, this is the Kevin Jackson Show. KJ Radio, 844-551-8255. Hillary Clinton had the nerve to talk about divisive rhetoric during the campaign. Trump had no divisive rhetoric. I know when I say something like, Kevin, he did divide here and there. I told you guys I was talking to a Senate candidate and he's telling me, Kevin, Donald Trump, he is divisive. And I went, how so? How so? He did. And I go, if you are calling me, telling me that Donald Trump is divisive and you want my support, and you can't have it. Donald Trump did nothing divisive. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Now, if you define divisive as him saying Barack Obama did nothing for this country, then you are on the other side. Donald Trump is factually correct. Barack Obama did nothing to help us. So what exactly do you want us to do? To say something in order to placate the other side? That's what makes things divisive, is when you lie. And I'm not lying about Barack Obama. He was a fraud. He's a fool. And we should be embarrassed that he was ever the president of the United States. And if you have a problem saying that, then you must live around a lot of black folks because there's no other reason. There's nothing more you can say. I don't dislike Barack Obama. For me to go, oh, he's a terrible. No, I don't think he's certainly not a guy I'd hang out with because he's a fake. I don't like fakes. But other than that, I don't care. I know a lot of fake people. I don't hang out with them, but I don't talk smack about them. There's nothing about, I'm jealous. No, go be a fake. You're going to get found out. So I don't care. But what I do care about is being able to espouse my own views about somebody without people accusing me of being racist and all these other things. That's the division. And Hillary Clinton says that he wanted to consolidate his position in the Republican Party. That's the furthest thing that Donald Trump had on his mind. It's like I talked the other day about legacy. Somebody that comes into a position going, I'm worried about my legacy. Like when I started doing radio, I didn't go, I'm worried about my legacy. I wonder what my legacy in radio would be. I'll be honest with you folks. I don't care what my legacy is in radio. And if I'm not doing radio next year, so be it. A few of you will miss me. Some of you will go, well, there you go. Who cares? And good for both sides. But I will tell you this, I won't lose a minute's sleep over it. Your legacy. Kevin, don't you want to be in the Radio Hall of Fame? No. What's it going to get me? How many kids get adopted if Kevin's in the Radio Hall of Fame? How many lives are saved if Kevin makes it to the Radio Hall of Fame? It's a dinner. Is there a trophy? What happens? I got hundreds of trophies. They're karate trophies, but I got hundreds of trophies. I got trophies from baseball from when I was a kid. I got third place and second place, 3 or 4 times in punt, pass, and kick. Let me ask you, what do those trophies mean? I remember they used to be on my grandmother's mantle. Oh, man, I can't even find them. The little dude. And I hated I didn't get the gold. Oh, I hated it. every year. I didn't put any effort in, and I'd get second and third. But I hated I didn't get the gold. Trophies and awards. I had a guy call me up, and he's and I'm going to get back to all this stuff, but he's a American progressive. And first thing this guy says, he's a brother, and he says to me, Kevin, so you were selected as one of the top 50 most influential blacks in politics by Newsmax. And he goes, are you aware of that? And I go, no. And he goes, oh, well, you are. And I went, well, okay, great. And he chuckles. And he's like, and I go, what's funny? And he goes, well, I just figured, I go, look, big deal. I go, so let me tell you what happens. I said, so I go look at that, and I'm number 37. And I see people below me, and I go, wow, I thought that guy would be more influential. And I see people above me, and I go, oh, well, that person's not more influential. And so instead of it breeding this idea of, oh, look at me, thank you for putting me up here and all that, I become competitive. And instead of being proud of the accomplishments of the other 49 people, I'm either, probably mostly jealous about look, I don't care about that. What do I care about that? It doesn't do. Look, I get it. I get the people. Oh, Kevin, people pay attention. I know you pay attention to me. I got, over 500,000 people on Facebook to pay attention. I got a bunch of people on Twitter. I have people that write to me every day. Millions of people hear what I have to say weekly through some medium, some form of media. Great. And if it influences some people, phenomenal. I'm glad. I love Dan Bongino. Dan's a sharp guy. There are many people out there that I go, man, he's a good thinker. We all know the names of Star Parker and Alan West and others. So I'm happy that these people are out there. But I don't need a ranking. Well, he's got more Twitter followers or he's got this or that. Let me tell you, if that's your measuring stick, congratulations. Let me tell you, these guys in social media, they have curtailed me, Wayne Dupree. They don't let us grow. They don't want our words to get out there. And Hillary Clinton's talking about divisive rhetoric. Then she uses terms like nativist, populist from Donald Trump, nationalist, scapegoat rhetoric. Those were her exact words. Nativist, populist, nationalist, scapegoat rhetoric. What she's saying is that your love of America, you're a nativist, you're a populist. He's trying to play to America. What these politicians don't get is that is exactly who we are. What do you mean he's trying to play to America? He's trying to play to the people that want to put America first. What kind of crazy populist divisive rhetoric is that? The kind that got him elected. That's what it is. And Donald Trump threw this olive branch to Hillary Clinton. He says, look, let bygones be bygones. And Hillary Clinton did it at first. And then she came out and she said, he's a nativist, a populist, a nationalist, scapegoat rhetoric. And then says, when people see who you are, you believe them the first time. Well, we know who she is.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.